Okay, I got a Springer front end here. It's off of Bad Boy. You can see some rust shows up in here. I'm going to take it apart and just show you, but I thought it was the bearing inside. It's the bushing. Harley calls it a bearing. Anyway, then it got me thinking, well, maybe the spacer's rubbing on the fender. Well, it's actually that spacer is rubbing on this pivot arm. So it's kind of hard to see. Just wanted to point out, if anyone else has seen this on theirs, I replaced the bushing probably, or bearing, about 10,000 miles, 15,000 miles ago. I'm not really sure. If you keep your bike clean, obviously you probably won't see this. I get caught in the rain every now and then, and obviously I don't keep it super clean as well as I wished. So I tried to take some pictures, but it's really hard, just to show you guys. This spacer here, you can see it's kind of worn down. It's a different color. This area is rubbing right on the back side. This is how it sits on the left fender, but the left side of the fender. Anyway, it looks like it's rubbed down into the chrome here, rubbed the chrome off. So I don't know if these two pieces have extra chrome or not, but there's definitely wear right here. As I'll show in a little bit, it's not binding when it's on because it moves freely. Maybe it's under hard braking and then it ends up rubbing. Who knows? And then basically the way this goes on there, and then this spacer goes into the fender. But when it was like this, I noticed there's a slight gap and it's not really hitting. And it doesn't rub, and then when I put it on the fender, so I'm thinking we just gotta grease it every now and then. Maybe eventually gotta replace this, or before I do that, I may end up flattening all this, sanding it down just to give a little more space. The bushing inside, I've already replaced it. I don't know, 10,000 miles ago. It looks pretty good in there. The other side does as well. So before I grease everything, I put it back together just to see. What it looks like is the spacer is rubbing on the pivot arm. So putting it together by hand, it looked like everything had enough clearance. So I put it together, tightened this up just to see if it moved freely. And sure enough, it moves freely. So if anyone else is wondering, I guess we just grease them every now and then and keep it clean. Try to stay out of the rain, I guess. But I just wanted to show you this to show that it's not binding. This is the spacer installed into the fender. And then this just shows the pivot arm. To the left of it, you can see the rust where it's rubbing into it. And this is the fender just to show the spacer's not rubbing into the fender. This is a close-up of the pivot arm. You can see to the right of it is where the chrome has been rubbing away.